Hello, thank you very much for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to try and do this all in one take. I've never done it before. If you notice any cuts, it hasn't gone well this time either. I've made loads of notes. I've listened to this Ringo album, this new Ringo album. God, I've forgotten the name already. This is why I made notes. It's called, I'm joking, it's called Long, Long Road. I've been listening to it all day for a living, for work. I am a home shopping delivery driver, and so I've been listening to it all day, and it's quite a short album, so I don't know how many times I listened to it. 10 more, probably more than 10 times today. Much to some customers' delight, much much to some customers like, what's that? Anyway, I've made loads of notes because I want to do this in one take. This is Long Long Road is the 22nd solo album by Ringo. You have to forgive me. I didn't look into if that included EPs, because if it does, that's wrong. On this album, you've got Billy Strings. Is it with an S? Billy String? Doesn't matter. I don't know who it is. Cheryl Cole. I do know her. Molly Tuttle. Don't know her. Sarah either I can't read my writing. Jarosz? J Jarosz. I'm sure she's lovely. And St. Vincent. I've heard of her. Um, yeah, I've had quite a pleasant day. I was expecting this album to be awful because I really didn't like the album Look Up, was it called? That came before. But after listening to this album, I'm thinking maybe I need to revisit Look Up because I didn't mind this as much as I thought I would. Um, right, let's get on to the tracks, shall we? Before I do that, please, please, please like, subscribe, share, blah, blah, blah. Hype. Oh, go on then. No. Um, I do a show on the YouTubes called The Beatle Board. If you haven't watched it, please, please, please do go and watch it. It's a lot of fun. I'd say, if you want to just test it, watch episode 6 with the fantastic Jessie Monday. And then afterwards, tell me if you like my chickens. If you watch it, you'll know what that means. But yeah, please don't go. Please do go check them out. That's on my channel and Beatley Tone's channel. He's my co-host friend. Now we don't hang out, but early days. Anyway, so let's crack on with this album. Number 1 is called "Returning Without Tears." All I've written is I do like the melody, and this really does set up the album. I always think that a first track on any album really needs to set out your wares. This is what the album's about. This is it. So this song did do that, and I've given it 1 point. It was quite good. I should say also the production on this album is really good. It sounds amazing. The stereo spacing, if that's the correct term, it all sounds good. Second track is "Baby Don't Go." This reminds me of it's really good, and it's got 1 point. Spoiler, I'm giving it 1 point. It reminds me of a McCartney song, and by that I mean, if you think about Flaming Pie, there's 2 tracks on Flaming Pie which people that I've heard kind of dismiss as it's a bit rubbish, and I wrote down what they were called. Really Love You and Used to Be Bad. I've never heard good things said about those songs. I like them both. Baby Don't Go just reminds me of that kind of song, and I liked it. So I gave it 1 point. Thumbs up. Well done. I Don't See Me in Your Eyes Anymore. It's a cover version of a Carl Perkins track, and I really like this. I said it's got a great old style rock and roll love song, and I love there's loads of shoo up doo doo be she doo up. There's loads of that in it. Really good cover, really good song. Track 4 is "It's Been Too Long." I wrote here it's got the same feel as track 3, but it's not as good. Um, and the words in it are a bit meh, as the kids say. I'm 50. Track 5, Why? I love the acoustic guitars in this. Um, so it's got the same plodding bass line as the last two. So the last two songs had a plodding bass line, and we're now into the third song with a plodding bass line. You're kind of going, oh, we need a change. We need a change. Um, Another thing that I noticed on this is Ringo Starr has in the past had auto tune, as it's lazily called, on his voice, and it's really quite harsh sometimes. And on this, I don't hear auto tune. That doesn't mean it's not being used, because like on some of my songs, I'm a songwriter. On some of my songs, watch episode 6 of the Beetleball. You'll understand what I mean when I say I'm a songwriter. Anyway, I use a thing called Melodyne. You can just move things into tune, and it doesn't sound like that horrible share auto tune. I didn't hear any of it on this album. I might be wrong, but so anyway, so why I reckon it would have been used because there's quite a lot of range on this one. Yeah, like I say, I love the acoustic guitars, and that got half a point. That one. I don't know if you're keeping track of score. I'll tell you at the end. Don't worry about it. Track 6 is "You and I," "Wave of Love." The positive I'll say about this song, it gives the song. Remember, I just told you like we've had 3 songs where it's just the same plodding bass line. It does give the album a much needed change. Unfortunately, it's not a good song. I didn't like it. It's got no points for me. I haven't got much to say about it. I just didn't like it. Didn't like it. Sorry. Oh yeah, I wrote goes on to. It does go on to. When you're not enjoying something, you want it to be over, and this went on too long. Track 7, "My Baby Don't Want Nothing." Apart from the grammatical errors here, um, Brian Wilson would have loved the beginning of this song. It reminds me of Brian Wilson's bands, not not Beach Boys, but the one that he went touring with and did loads of albums with later in his life. It's the guy from the Wonder Mints. Why didn't I write down what it's called? I think it's called the Pet Sounds Band. I think that's what they're called. Anyway, it sounds like them. It was all right. The song was okay. Didn't set my world on fire. I gave it half a point. But yes, right. So on to track 8, and this one I found odd, and this is why I find it odd. First off, there's like Beatlesque uh, bits, but the problem with the Beatlesque, I don't know what you call it. I don't know if it's flutes or whatever. Um, it would have been on a Mellotron, I'm sure. Um, it really makes this song stick out like a sore thumb on the album because it doesn't sound like the rest of the album. Um, and the this is why this is odd. The original is so much better. So it's already been on an album from 2005 called "Choose Love." It was the name of the album. That album rocks. That album rocks. That song rocks. See, I'd cut that out normally. Get rid of that. Don't make mistakes. That song rocks. This is like they listened to it and went, "Can we make this worse? Ringo, can we make this worse? We'll still have some Beatles shite all over it, but can we?" So they succeeded with that. I've given it half a point. I mean, don't get me wrong. at the very least, it's a decent song ish, but they kind of made it worse, in my opinion. I should have said that at the top. All this is in my opinion. Don't come for me. Track 9, She's Gone. Um, when I was delivering to a customer today, this was on in the van. I have the music quite loud, and the customer said to me, "What song is this?" And it was a weird interaction actually. She said, "What song is this?" By the way, I'm fighting here to not do her accent. She was a Chinese lady, so if you can just imagine a Chinese woman asking me, "What song is this?" What song? Almost did it, but you know what I'm getting at. Anyway, so she said, "What song is this?" And I said, "Oh, it's called Babe. She's Gone. It's by Ringo Starr." She's like, "Oh, Ringo Starr." Like she's never heard of the guy. "Oh, Ringo Starr." I went, "Yeah, Ringo Starr. New album today, and this is one of the songs of it." She's like, "Oh, who is it?" I went, "It's Ringo Starr. Ringo Starr." She went, "Oh," and I went, "Ringo Starr from the Beatles," and she's like, "Oh, the Beatles." She had no idea. I just wanted to say, I just wanted to look her in the eyes and go, "Forget it. I'm going." Anyway, I didn't. This song is kind of weird. From outside my van, this sounded like a very nice, ballady kind of song. Listening to it in the van, I was kind of like, "Oh, it's all right. It's okay." I've given it half a point. There you go. I've said it. It's the kind of song. It's the kind of song my nan would like. Well, not my nan. She's dead. But if she was alive, she'd like it. She lived to 102, my nan, and I'm on that side of the family. I do not want to live that long. That's why I'm eating. Try and block up my arteries. I don't want to live to 102. Forget it. Anyway, track 10. Long, Long Road. Title track. The plodding bass line is back. And there's there is one problem with it. It's a very, very nice song. I just watched the video for it that was released today as well, which is very good. I did like it, and it kind of makes me like the song more. Hence, I gave it 1 point. But there's talking in it, and whenever a song has talking in it, it just reminds me of Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney in "The Girl Is Mine." Yeah. "Hey, I thought I told you I never love another father." Whatever he says. Is that what she's saying? You keep dreaming. All that stuff. Yeah. I don't believe it. Anyway, so yeah, I liked that song. Long Road is a nice little song, and I've given it 1 point. So, in summary, um, it's a good album overall. You could happily put it on in a country themed restaurant. Just have it on in the background, and it'll be very pleasant. There's quite a lot of songs of the guitar solo following the melody, and don't get me wrong. Sometimes I do that myself. It's a very lazy kind of way to do a solo rather than come up with something new. But there was a lot of it on this album, so that was kind of. I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." It's a very nice album. I'm not going to buy it, and I probably won't listen to it again. But I'm saying that off the back of listening to it about 10 times today. The final score for this album is 6.5 out of 10, which is, believe me, higher than I thought it was going to be. There you go. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, please do like and subscribe. Why the hell not? Tomorrow, I'm going to be listening to the Foo Fighters album probably 10 times as I'm driving around. So I'm going to be doing a review of that. Please don't forget, please do go and watch the Beatle Board. I also do a great series on my channel called The Missus versus the Beatles. I do that with my lovely wife, and I'm trying to get her to like the Beatles. And I think I might be making some leeway. Check him out. She's very, very harsh though. So if you like someone to be really honest about a track, yeah, she will. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Bye. You can go. I think I did this without any cuts. I'm so proud of myself.